Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Well-Rounded Alpha. We are starting off with the Catalyst, the beautiful Catalyst, and we are gonna change this one because in the last feed we actually saw a low-sec ratting Catalyst which could very much pay for this Catalyst right here that we're going to use for Abyssal running. So yeah, this feed is a railgun Catalyst that I didn't actually come up with the feed myself. I saw a video of Captain Benzi. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below so that you can go and show him some love. But I think this is a really nice feed. As you can see, under 5 million ISK just for the whole feed, which is really good, especially if you haven't been able to train those drone skills or you're currently training them, but you still are not able to run those Tech 2 modules on the Tristan and you really want to start doing Abyssal so that you can start making some tank ISK. So yeah, just go over to the description below, click on the link and show Captain Benzi a little bit of love. He's a really good YouTuber and I really appreciate him for making this beautiful feed. As you can see, we are gonna be running 8 150mm Prototype Gauss guns. As you saw in the last video, we could actually get those from low sec rating, so most of this feed could actually be paid for by the other Catalyst plus some extra ISK, so it's really cheap and really good. I actually tried making a feed that could be useful by the exact same rigs and just changing some modules around, but I couldn't get it to work, especially with the 150 guns. But then we move on to the 1mm Monopropellant Enduring Afterburner, Enduring so that it consumes a little bit less capacitor, because that's a really big concern for us. We want to keep it going. We are using a small cap battery, 2 Vortex compact magnetic field stabilizers to be able to do more damage, and a small 1A armor repairer. Then in the op slots we have 1 small ancillary current router and 2 small capacitor control circuits. Basically, the ancillary current router is what's gonna be able to make us actually use all 8 150mm railguns, which is what we want, and that's the only reason why we couldn't use the last feed and just change up the guns and change up a few modules to run the Abyss. But it's all good, it's okay, it's not an expensive feed. 4.8 million, under 5 million, it's really nice, really good, especially if you're just starting out with your gun skills and haven't been able to get to drone skills or are not yet able to run a full flight of drones in the Tristan. This is really good so that you can start making those daily challenges and making some ISK, getting ready to pay for that 10 million Tristan we've been talking about on the second or third video. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a run here while I hunt out for the Skybreaker Disparate Troop. I'm just gonna show you one of the runs so that you can see how easy it is. Also, Captain Benzi, look at his video. Again, I didn't come up with a feed. It's his feed, it's really nice feed. I really enjoy using it. It's very simple, especially for new players. If you're just starting out, trying to figure it out, you just go for the loot cache and just start going. As usual, we need to be on a fleet and we activate 2 Tranquil filaments to be able to enter Abyssal space. So yeah, everything ready. We check that we have a lot of ammunition because these runs really plow through the ammunition pretty fast, so we just start up going into the first room. So yeah, in the first room we are okay. We're just gonna approach Afterburner on and get ready to target both the loot cache and the enemy. And as long as he can get into range at 26 to 24 kilometers, we can actually start firing at him, because that's the range we will start doing some good damage to him. So yeah, I just start off shooting and get ready to keep approaching. I thought we were going to have some tracking issues with the guns, but I realized that there is absolutely no problem with the tracking of the guns because of the Catalyst natural upgrades to guns. As long as you have Destroyer 3 or 4, your guns are gonna have no problem tracking in these rooms. Maybe a little bit with the Teselas, with the little drones, with the little rogue drones, but as you can see, we took down the first rat fairly quickly. Of course, also the loot cache goes down pretty quick. The only problem with this feat that I could find is that it is a little bit slow. It's running Afterburner in a destroyer, which means it ain't gonna be as fast as the frigate, but it's still a really good starter ISK, making way. So yeah, we're just gonna slowly but surely approach the gate, get moving, keep going. And as you can see, it's fairly easy, it doesn't take a lot of time. By the time we are at the loot cache, the enemy is most likely already destroyed, and if not, we can just switch targets and destroy the loot cache, and while we are approaching the gate, just keep on shooting at the enemy. The only problem I could think of would be the Disparer troop, but the reason for the 150mm is because they have a follow range of 23 kilometers, so we can still orbit it at 23 kilometers and actually apply most of our damage, because we will still be using the antimatter ammo. As you can see with these Triglavian ships that are usually really fast because they use micro-warp drives, we don't really have much of a problem. We just shoot them as usual, approach the loot cache, and just get ready to rep if we need to. But as you can see, our shields are just half. As you can see there, the bonuses to the catalyst are to tracking and to follow range, so it's basically the perfect ship to be able to run these sides. Of course, it's a little bit slow because it's a destroyer, but those are really good ones. And the tracking is actually depending on the level of Galente destroyer that you have. So train up that Galente destroyer before you actually go into the drones, and you will be able to run this ship a lot faster than you would be able to run the Tristan we saw in another video. So yeah, second room, as you can see, pretty fast, pretty good, it's okay. Just now approaching the gate again, no problems, everything runs smoothly. You don't want to keep the armor repair on because you're not cap stable, but as long as you rep while you're taking damage, you're gonna be okay. And just keep those guns running, keep that afterburner running, and we are good to go. Good time. We are doing some good time, and I think we are getting some interesting rooms here. Of course, with the Devoted Hunter, we really want to check this one out because the catalyst is a lot bigger than the frigates, so they are easier to hit and they don't have that much more armor. But we will see how well it does against the Devoted Hunter, which shouldn't really be that much of a problem. We're gonna start shooting the loot cache because it goes into range a lot faster, and as you can see, we just take it down 1-2 shots. It's all good. We start raping because that Devoted Hunter does do a little bit of damage, but we keep our guns to it, we keep approaching our loot, and just move along. Fairly quick, fairly simple, fairly easy fit to use, perfect for beginners, fairly cheap, and it doesn't really require that many skills. Of course, you're gonna want to train up your gunner skills, and it's gonna help you run it faster, but mainly this is pretty good run. And there it is, he's destroyed by the time we get to the loot, and we can exit the Abyssal space. So yeah, it's pretty good, pretty fast, I would say. We got some good loot there. We got around 1 million ISK, which is, it's not bad, you know, for starting. In 4 runs you will be able to pay for this feat. In 4-5 runs it'll be already paid off without considering all the other filaments that you will be getting. But yeah, it's a really good feat, and now I'm gonna rep a little bit while I wait for the last gate to shut down so that I can open another filament and get hunting for that Skybreaker room. But in any case, if I don't get one, I want you to know that in his video Captain Pensy actually has the Disparer troop, the Skybreaker room, and he actually shows how he runs it. So just keep that in mind. Remember, go send him some love, go show him some love. And yeah, this fit is not mine, it's his. It's a really awesome fit and really works well. So here we got a Lucifer Dramiel, which is a really fast ship which could give us some problem with the tracking of the guns. I thought this was one of the rooms that was going to be the most problematic because it's a really small, really fast ship. But so far we are doing really well, you know, just approaching the loot cache. As you can see there, he's really fast, but no problem, he's already dead. then we can just keep on moving into the loot cache, get ready to shoot it. And as you can see, the most tiresome part of this running is just getting to places, because the catalyst as a destroyer with an afterburner is not very fast. So yeah, I have actually finished running. I think I did 5 or 6 runs. I finished all 10 filaments I had in the bay, and we got some good loot. As you can see, the ship is more than paid for. 13 million ISK it says, and we still got some more filaments, some Tranquil Firestorm.
Docking
We got
request
some
accepted.
8 million guaranteed ISK, so this is pretty much paid for. It can pretty much pay for the next one in case we actually lose it. But yeah, it's from here on it's all profits, and it's a really good cheap fit for starting character. It can really do a very good job. As you can see, we got some blueprints there and some stuff to be able to modify certain modules. But yeah, mainly the Triclavian surveys are gonna be really good. I know that Captain Benzi ran Tranquil Gammas, and I think it can run Tranquil Exotics. Let's just check out the attributes. So yeah, I think it'll actually be fairly okay to run Tranquil Exotics. If you actually want to see me doing some videos on Tranquil Exotics, I will not be running Gammas because that's on Captain Benzi's video. I recommend you go watch it. It's a really good video. And yeah, those are the main filaments I would recommend. Not Tranquil Electrical because we don't do electrical damage, and definitely not Tranquil Dark because our turrets will get less tracking and we'll have much more of a problem tracking in the Tranquil Darks. Also, ships are a lot faster in the Tranquil Darks, so we wouldn't want to run those. But for now, for these 3 filament types, I think this is a really solid feed. I really enjoyed it. Again, thanks to Captain Benzi for posting the feed a lot before I did. And yeah, go on and show him some love. It's a really good feed. You can actually use this alongside your low-sec ratting catalyst so that you always have something to do. In case there are a lot of people in local in low-sec or you're being hunted, you can just pop on back to high-sec and start running some abyssals pretty fast, pretty quick, and without a problem, while you train those drone skills to be able to fly the Tristan a little bit better. But yeah, this is pretty much all of the catalyst feed. It's a really good feed. I really enjoy it, and it's been a great time. Really cheap feed. I really recommend it. So yeah, thank you all so very much for watching. This has been the Alpha Life, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you very much.